going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Eat your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm Rich.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Got some big news to share with you. For anyone who hasn't read the description or isn't in Discord, today is my 1-year anniversary of posting my first YouTube video. Yeah, this day last year, I posted about 10 videos at once. For those of you that don't know the story, never intended on starting a YouTube channel. I uploaded videos and I sent links to other creators because I watched Court. I enjoyed watching Court. So after, Mike got really big and he was only using 1 out of every 4 or 5 videos I sent him, and Demon kind of started doing the same thing. I just said, I've got all these videos and they're good, and I just released them all. So that was June 28th of last year. Yeah, 1 year. It's awesome. So thank you all for hanging out. Also, kind of ironically, I hit 13,000 subscribers today. So 2 milestones in 1 day. Awesome. And yeah, thank you guys all so much for hanging out with me. It's been a really fun year. It's been a lot of ups and downs, but it's been a lot of fun. Also, KCC, I saw you rated. I appreciate it, KCC. I hope you're having a good evening. And thank you for all the people that came over from KCC's channel. Also, before we get started, Tammy, thank you so much for the 3 months. That is awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. First case. First case is kind of a wild one. I actually talked to Judge Fleischer about this first case because I didn't really want to play it. I sense a lot of MH issues going on here, and he was pretty firm on he thinks it was just a panic attack. But yeah, this defendant kind of loses it a little bit. But Judge Fleischer handles it pretty well. All right, anyways, before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Ms. Pope, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail.
Thank you so much, JR, for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it, buddy. And welcome to the 5 new members. Thanks again, Jonathan.
And or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On May 11, 2024, officers were dispatched in response to a family disturbance. Complainant described that the defendant was hitting her with a brittle wooden stick approximately 15 to 20 times all over her body, causing her pain. The wooden stick was approximately 7 to 8 inches in length, and the complainant stated that she broke the wooden stick while hitting her and felt the most pain when hit in the face with the wooden stick. The complaining witness wishes to pursue charges.
So who is the complaining witness in relation to Ms. Pope?
Your Honor, I read the DIMS. It didn't say. The officers did respond in response to a family disturbance, but I don't see the relation. And the complaining witness's voicemail is not set up, so we haven't been able to.
So who is Ms. Nicole Knitz to you? Is that an acquaintance?
That is my 43-year-old cousin that had been raising hell for 8 hours in front of my aunt's house. And I had enough. I'm sorry. I gave her.
Don't say anything about the case. Is it possible to keep you guys separated? I mean, who?
Sure. Yes, sir. For Pete's
Does this
sake.
person live in relation to where you live?
Well, I used to live there with my elderly mother's youngest sister.
So that's your mother's sister?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I used to live there, and then she had a fallout with her the father of her child, at 2 o'clock in the morning, she demanded that I have to leave my place where I've lived for a year, worked hard, my place of residence with my mother's youngest sister for nearly a year at 2 o'clock in the morning. And
The only thing I would
Sir.
like, it's okay, Ms. Pope. The only thing that I would like is for you not to have contact with this person. As long as you can do that, you and I will be fine, okay? Would you like me to appoint you a lawyer today?
sir,
Okay,
I'll
the
let
only,
I would appreciate that.
I will appoint you a lawyer today. The only other thing I'm gonna ask you is please show up to court. When you show up, good things happen. I'm telling you that because we have 2 times that you've missed court today, or since then. All I'm asking you to do is show up. I will give you a lawyer today, explain your side to the lawyer, and then they can work out with the DAs, and I'm sure that we'll be able to work something out, okay?
Okay, Your Honor, I would like to say one thing. I don't want to defend anybody. The day that I had court, that's when it was flooding a few Fridays ago. The schools were closed. My elderly mother came with me. The courts were closed. 2 days later, she had a seizure, scared me to death. So I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Nothing.
Nothing's happening to you today. We're not taking you into custody. We're not doing anything to you. I'm letting you know, I want you to show up from now on. That's it. That's it. But I will give you a lawyer so you can always explain your side to the lawyer. And if there are any issues, you can always relay that to the lawyer and he can come and talk to me, or she can talk to me as well. Okay? So for now, I'm gonna have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We will have you just take your seat in the jury box while we find you a lawyer. We'll have you talk to this person and then we'll figure out where we go from here. Okay?
Sir.
Okay, please.
We've seen Wells.
All right, so that was yeah, that was pretty normal right there. But yeah, it gets worse. It gets worse. All right, before I go any further, Legal Fiction, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much, and welcome to the 10 new members. Also, Biggin Raid? Who's that guy? Never heard of that Biggin guy. I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, Biggin. I appreciate it, buddy. I like seeing you and your son on screen together. That's cool. Is that going to be something that happens fairly often, or is this his introduction into the YouTube world? Maybe he'll start a channel soon. I don't know, but it's cool to watch. But Biggin, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. All right, for all the raiders, we are watching Judge Fleischer out of Houston, Texas. He had a tough one today. Now she's charged with some kind of assault. She'll tell you every single detail of the case, but you haven't really missed much yet.
Why don't y'all do me a favor and just lock me back up so my mom can go home? I know my mother very well. I see the complete exhaustion in her face, and I'll be damned if she's gonna go back to the hospital with a seizure or a stroke. So do what you have to do so she can go home. How many hours have we been here, Mother, since 8 o'clock this morning? No, I refuse. Do what you have to do. If I have to go see her, go back to jail. She is not good. She wants to be here and support me.
Ma'am, come up.
She shouldn't have to suffer, Your Honor.
Come up. Come up.
Victoria, good to see you. Is it weird when you jump in a YouTube channel and they're playing your work? Sometimes we see your head bobbing back there, but I don't think you're in this one. But yeah, Victoria, thanks for hanging out. All right, Katie, new member. Thank you so much, Katie. I appreciate it. Welcome to the family. Also, Marty, member for 3 months. 3 months. That's awesome, Marty. Thank you so much. And hey, right back at you. Okay. Yeah, so she was in the jury box. She was waiting for her attorney to show up. So that's what she was waiting there for. I don't remember how long this wait was. Victoria probably could tell us since she's here. But it was, I think it may have been, between an hour or two. I don't think it was too terribly long. I'm not going to say it was like 4 or 5 hours, because I fast forwarded through it. So I didn't look at the timestamps to see how long she actually waited there. But her mom is sitting in the gallery. So, yeah, that was what that raid was about, yelling from the jury box. Okay, let's keep going.
She's doing better than you're
No,
doing.
she's not. I know my mother. Look at, she is fucking beyond exhausted. I am not gonna have it. I am not, and I am kicking myself in the ass for whipping my 43-year-old cousin with a switch. I don't care no more. I don't care no more. She lied on me. She got a few pops. And this thing about hitting her in the face to the stick broke, you're kidding me right now. You are kidding me.
She's
I'm a good
doing,
person.
she's great.
No,
Look at her.
she's not great. You don't know my mother. I'm watching her over there with doze. You weren't there 2 weeks ago when she was going like this in the middle of the night and having a seizure and bit her tongue and spitting blood. I'm not having it. Lock me up. Lock me up or whatever. Let her go. No, I shouldn't have to be in this many fucking hours.
You need to relax.
No.
And you're creating.
My back is fucking hurt. I am beyond pain. And I can only imagine what she feels like at almost 80 years old. No. I'm living. I can't take no more of this crap. 5 days in jail, 3 days on a concrete floor, disabled. No. Inhumane. No.
I'm all right.
No.
I have a lawyer coming here momentarily. We call any minute. I don't know why she's carrying on like this. I think that you're doing fantastic. She's sitting there being completely just fine.
That's how she was the other night. Yeah, a couple weeks ago when she had a seizure and started biting her tongue and fucking seizing out and shit and had to go to the doctor. She's had 2 strokes and 3 seizures in 1 month. I know my mama. She's been there for me. I appreciate everything. I'll be damned if I sit over there and watch her just dozing and feeling like this. No, because of my shit. So do what you have to do.
She's fine.
Do what you have to do.
Do we have the lawyer coming?
Oh my God.
Okay. Would you like to sit in this chair, Mrs. Pope? I have this black chair there that's more comfortable. Would you like to sit there? Tracy, do you mind taking your stuff off? You can sit right there and wait. They should be here any moment. Look, it's nice and soft. It's not a problem. Really. Ricardo, did you get appointed for this
I gotta
case?
be able to drive back to Katie and drive her home back to Katie. No, I'm exhausted. She's exhausted. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I see that some of you guys are saying she should be held in contempt. I don't agree. I think Judge Fleischer handles this perfectly. She is disrupting the court. So could she technically be held in contempt? Yeah, probably. But she's in pain. She needs some help. And judge sees that. And this is the last case. So she's not interrupting court for anyone else. She's the last one. She was just sitting there waiting for her attorney to show up so she could talk to him before she left. That's it. So yeah, I agree with Judge not holding her in contempt on this one. Mo, thank you so much for the 2 months. That's awesome, Mo. Thank you. And good evening to you as well. MGL, good to see you. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Thank you. And you're welcome. Okay, let's go.
Well, shit, everybody just stare at me because I'm in fucking pain and I don't feel good. I'm concerned about my mom. Stop staring at me. Okay, I have anxiety disorder. I have PTSD because I had the fuck beat out of me by my father. And if you don't believe me, ask my mother. No.
Come on, get up.
The lawyer, ma'am, your lawyer is here now.
I don't care. Do what you have to
Can
I
go?
You can talk to her back.
Quit pulling me apart! She's pulling me that way, she's pulling, you over?
You're gonna have to see it calm down. You're not gonna act
I don't care, you're not gonna pull me one way, her pull me.
Sam, Sam,
Go ahead and have a seat.
She's pulling me one way, she's pulling me the other way.
Mom was doing, you were doing great. I don't know. Just, she's no patience. This is a ticking time.
You'll meet Sam in a second. Sam is the public defender that was assigned to her case. So that's who she was waiting for. She was waiting for Sam to show up. He was coming from somewhere else. And I don't know if it was the same courtroom, another city, but he was coming to meet her. And she got tired of waiting. And that's what caused that meltdown.
You know, I mean, really, my gosh. Hey, Sam, see if you can diffuse the situation. She was just very upset because it took quite a while, but I mean, that's when you get an appointed lawyer, sometimes it takes. Mom's here. She's doing great. She's still doing fine. So I think I don't think she just wanted to wait. She was just getting impatient and throwing a fit. So
I was in ERD and.
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to hold her in contempt. I'm not going to do anything. Just see if you can calm her down and then.
She says she's bad. Okay, I'm gonna talk to her.
Have an offer on the case, guys?
We don't, but I just wanted to discuss it with him before.
Yeah, for sure. Should do no drugs, no alcohol now, man.
It's not going.
She's having a panic attack, you remember?
Yeah.
The one she showed that she had a panic disorder.
It's not going.
Right, no, I think you're not, yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. That's.
I'm sure drugs don't help it, but it's not drug.
No, but I think, Logan, you're right. I think that's exactly what it's. Hopefully back there alone for a minute will.
I'm staring.
Tracy, I think that's it. Once you, I mean, we're pretty much done. Guys, I think we're pretty much done. I don't know.
You want me to push off? Maybe tomorrow, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, let's. If I try to put any conditions on now, she's gonna lose it. She's gonna lose it even more.
Yeah.
You know, now that she has a lawyer, she won't have to wait as much. I think that was the big issue. So Sam's great. He's really good at, you know, right. Stephen, has she calmed down yet?
She's calming down.
All right, now we're going to part 3. There wasn't much time between there, but it would have been about 5 minutes of dead time. So, all right, let's finish up this case. Judge Fleischer, for whatever reason, I know you're watching. Victoria's here hanging out. For whatever reason, when I play Judge Fleischer, he sneaks into the chat. I know you're there. I know you're there, Judge.
She's finally giving Sam her information, so.
Okay. I mean, let's let her go.
Once that happens, we can get her out of here so she can go get a pain meds or whatever she needs.
Do you want to give her do you have the reset ready or no? Okay. You have a great lawyer here, Ms. Pope. Sam is as easygoing as great as can be. We're just going to let you go today. Just be careful. All we want you to do is come back. That's the only thing you have to do is come back and stay in contact with Sam. That's
Yeah, I
it.
want to, sir. It's not my fault it flooded and the courthouse was closed and my mom had a seizure and went to the hospital.
Ms. Pope,
That wasn't my choice.
don't worry about it. You're fine. There's nothing to worry about. All we want you to do is come back and stay in contact with Sam. That's it. And don't pick up any new cases.
No, man, I'm too old for that. I have a grandmother and 4 children. I don't want no trouble, but she needed a whooping with a stick. That's all I have.
It's all right.
Say,
I'm gonna go grab my card. Let's get you out of here, okay?
Okay, we'll get you out. We'll give you a reset. Good luck, ma'am. And then we'll see you in a month. Okay.
Hey, I played the turtle video the other night. I played it. I don't know what you're talking about. Played the whole thing. I did say I was going to release it separately, and I haven't done that yet. So I guess you're half right. But yeah, no, Judge Fleischer. Also, Judge, good to see you. I don't know if you were listening, but yeah, I just Beetlejuiced you. Yeah, I need to get on the Judge Fleischer emote. I gotta make one for him, which means I gotta delete one. So I'm at the max that I can have. So yeah. Anyways, Judge, good to see you.
Just walk around here, sign your name right here.
Yeah, we're gonna get you. This is my purse over there by my mom. Do you have her purse? Here's my purse.
Do you have her purse?
Yeah. She's some like little purse.
Thank you. You're doing great. Thank you.
All right, that was it. Yeah, again, I think Judge nailed that. He handled that perfectly. I mean, I'm not a lawyer and I don't sit in courts all day, but I do watch court all day, and I think he nailed that. And yeah, Judge, yeah, I think the panic attack makes the most sense. I do appreciate that you didn't hold her in contempt. You kept calm the entire time. And somebody even said it earlier that you didn't match her energy. You weren't getting angry. You stayed calm the entire time, which helped. So yeah, great job. Great job. You did a good job for me. All right, next one. I don't remember what I put next. What did I put next? Oh, I know. It's a sovereign citizen. Sovereign citizen out of Judge Boyd's court. Oh man, this one has made its rounds. So if you've seen it already, it's still worth a second watch because this guy is full of himself. He really is.
Mr. Casanova, you want to come forward? Yes. Hello, how's it going?
Could be better.
All right, so my understanding, you want to represent yourself? All right, you're more than welcome to represent yourself, but here's the thing. Everybody says that they can be an attorney because all attorneys do is talk. That's what people think. But they don't realize there's a lot of knowledge, experience, and wisdom behind that.
Absolutely.
So if you want to have a jury trial where you represent yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. But once it's set for trial, it's going to trial, and no one's going to be helping you. The state is not going to say, hey, we see that you really don't know the rules, so let me tell you this rule. They're not going to be doing that. My job is not going to be to help you with objections, help you with motions. That's 100% you. Do you understand?
I do. And are we on the record?
No, we're not on the record. What, you want to put something on the record?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Sure. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 2974, State of Texas Vector versus Hector Casanova. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? And are you Hector Casanova?
No, for the record.
All right, before he gets into his spiel, first off, thank you so much, Jelly Beans, for the gifted membership. I appreciate it, and welcome to the new member. Thank you so much. But I don't know why, but the name Casanova, as Asaf said, it just fits. And then how he's dressed, I'm telling you, like he just looks like a sovereign citizen, and he has a name. I don't know. Is it just me? Casanova. I don't know. All right, let's go.
I am the flesh and breathing man. I'm here on a special appearance to clarify any misunderstanding. I am not the legal fiction known as Hector J. Casanova that is on the information there. I just have a few questions to clarify some things.
All right, so if you would like to clarify some things, then the person I need to speak to is the flesh and blood man known as Hector Casanova.
Yes, I'm the flesh and blood man, Hector Casanova Jr.
All right, so you are Hector Casanova, correct?
I am Hector Casanova Jr., the flesh and breathing man.
All right, well, I'm glad you're breathing. So what did you want to place on the record?
Well, first, I don't understand the charges that are being brought against me. There are some clarifications I do want to.
All right, so just 1 second, but before we get to that, have you been given a copy of the indictment?
No, I have not.
All right, so we're going to get you a copy of the indictment. Just give me a moment. All right, have a seat. We're going to come back on the record with this.
All right.
Deputy Laura, do you know if he's been served with the indictment yet?
I'm not sure.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Lolly, he really is. I'm not gonna not the cute part. He's kind and respectful. He's not demanding anything, but I mean he's wrong. He still uses the script, and it's funny. We can poke fun at the sub sit script, but no, he's respectful and he's kind. Yeah, doesn't get anyone angry, but we still do laugh at him.
All right, let me have you come up. All right. So we're back on the record in 2024 CR 2974, State versus Hector Casanova. All right, Mr. Casanova, here's the thing. And I want you to hear me clearly, right? I am not your attorney. The document that has been given you is a copy of the indictment. I'm not to give you information about your indictment. That's the indictment. That's what we're here for. So any questions that you would have about that indictment, you're going to have to answer those for yourself. Otherwise, the person who will be telling you about what the indictment means and what the numbers are, that would be an attorney. Do you understand?
I do not understand.
Oh, what that means is, for example, we can go off the record. I'm giving you a hypothetical. All right. Let's say you needed surgery and you're in the middle of the wilderness, you need surgery, and you tell me and you tell the doctor, guess what? I'm performing this surgery on my own. I don't need you. I'm walking out of the hospital. I'm going to go in the desert. Now, maybe the doctor would try to stop you and do other things. But if you go in that desert by yourself, don't tell the doctor where you are. You take a scalpel out in the desert by yourself. You don't get to call the doctor and say, hey, I'm in the middle of the desert performing surgery. I'm going to be my own anesthesiologist. I'm doing all of this. How do you do this? Because they're not going to tell you. It's the same thing here. You're saying that you do not want to be represented by an attorney. You want to represent yourself. So that motion, that indictment, I'm not to tell you anything about what that indictment is. The state is not to tell you, oh, this is what this indictment means. This is the range of punishment. Those are things that you're supposed to do. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
All right. So just have a seat. This is what's going to end up happening. You're going to have an attorney. That attorney is going to come over to the court right now. You're going to speak to that attorney. After you speak to that attorney, we're going to go forward. Ms. Ferguson, can you call manage to sign counsel and let them know that we need an attorney over here? And that attorney will talk to you. That attorney will tell you what that indictment means. That attorney will tell you the range of punishment. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
All right. Well, I don't know how I can further make you understand.
Are we on the record?
Yeah. All right, Norma, get someone from manage to sign counsel here, please. All right, just have a seat and we're going to have an attorney come down. All right.
I would like to ask some questions on the record, if I may, while I have your time here.
Oh, no. Let me just tell you, you'll have my time till 5 o'clock because that's how long we're here. What is going to end up happening?
She was. I saw her name earlier. Yeah, I feel like, we might as well just open up the docket and start holding court. We have the whole court staff here. We just need a bailiff, and then we're good to go. Maybe a couple attorneys, but we can pretend. While I'm paused, I just got a super sticker. Thank you so much, Dwayne, for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate it, buddy. All right, let's finish this one up. The next one's, you're gonna like the next one.
Happening is an attorney from manage to sign counsel is going to come down. Do you understand?
I do not understand because I don't feel like I am needing an attorney because I'm here to represent myself as the flesh and breathing man, Hector Casanova Jr. Let's see. All right, so let the let record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova
Just one
Jr.
second.
The accused
Just
in
one
the
stop.
Yes, sorry.
All right, we're on the record. So what did you want the record to reflect?
So let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova Jr., the accused in this criminal action, has asked the court to divulge the nature and cause of the accusation upon the authority of the Sixth Amendment, and that this court has failed in its duty to inform me of the nature and cause of this action.
All right, and
Furthermore,
let me
let the
stop you.
record also show.
Mr. Casanova, let me ask you a question. Have you been given a copy of the indictment?
I believe so.
All right, so let the record reflect that Mr. Casanova has been given the copy of the indictment, and the copy of the indictment, it tells him what he is charged with.
I mean, yeah, Victoria. I mean, a lot of the local courts are trying to recruit me because I'm pretty good with bow staff. My bow staff skills are off the charts. A little Napoleon Dynamite quote.
You may continue.
Now, these charges, are they civil? Is this a civil charge or a criminal charge?
All right, that is something that if you had an attorney to represent you, they would be able to tell you. What the court can tell you is that you are in a felony court and this is a criminal court.
Okay. So, this being a criminal, let the record of the court show that the action against me is criminal action. My following question would be, the Constitution grants this court two types of criminal jurisdiction. Criminal jurisdiction under the common law and criminal jurisdiction under the admiralty or military tribunal. In which of these two jurisdictions does this court intend to try me?
All right, so this is what is going to happen, Mr. Casanova. Someone from Managed Assigned Counsel is going to come over and you can speak with them or not speak with them. But the questions that you are asking the court are not, some of them are not in any shape, form, or fashion related to the fact that you're in a criminal district court. Do you understand?
I do not understand.
Okay.
But I don't think you'll be violating your oath of office if you did your duty under the Constitution. I am not seeking legal advice. What I want to know is legal intent.
Mhm.
I have the right to appear as myself through my own person without a licensed attorney. In order to intelligently defend myself, I need to know the jurisdiction this court is operating under.
Mhm.
Let's see. So therefore, will you please answer the question so that way this court is properly identified?
All right, you're in the 187 District Court. It's a criminal court. You're on the 4th floor.
Thank you.
I love that she added in, you're on the 4th floor. This is a criminal court. You're on the 4th floor. In case you didn't know that, it's probably not in your script.
This Constitution grants this court two types of criminal jurisdiction. Criminal jurisdiction under the common law and criminal jurisdiction under
All right, I'm
admiralty
going
or
to
military
counsel.
tribunal.
I'm sorry, Mr. Casanova, in the human flesh. I'm going to stop you right there. What is going to end up happening, I want you to hear me clearly. An attorney is coming over for Managed Assigned Counsel, period. That's it. So have a seat. Managed Assigned Counsel will come over. Do you understand? Yes or no?
I do not understand.
All right. Do you understand what it means to take a seat?
I do understand.
All right. So take a seat.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Oh, that last line. He had it ready to say, I don't understand. How many times did he say I do not understand? 5 or 6. The simple questions. And he wanted to say it. I do not understand. Oh yeah, no, I get that one. I got that one. I will go take a seat.
Yes.
We have talked.
Mhm.
I've informed him that I'm here, to help him in whatever he needs help with.
Mhm.
He's gonna consider what help he thinks he might need from me, and I know he wants to put something on the record.
Okay. All right. And so you'll be appointed as standby
Yes.
counsel then?
I've kind of explained my role and what that means and how I can help him with something as simple as e-filing or that type of thing. So
All right, we're going to go back on the record in 2024 CR 2974, State versus Hector Casanova. Mr. Casanova, if you'll come forward. Yes. All right, so Mr. Casanova, Mr. Bonk is going to be your standby counsel. And that's someone that if you have questions, you can ask him legal questions or what you may have.
Thank you for your consideration.
All right.
Uh,
And he informed me you wanted to place something on the record?
Yes, for the record, I wanted to make it known that I'm here on special appearance under threat, duress, and coercion.
All right, who threatened or coerced you to come to court?
The county of Bear, Texas.
How
State.
so?
Well, if I don't come here, then warrants will be placed, which I will be kidnapped and held hostage, and I do not want that. So that's why I'm here under special appearance to clarify any misunderstandings and to let it be known where I stand on the record.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I said everything that needed to be said.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to recall your case in 1 month. It's going to be a discovery setting. So that's to make sure that you have all the information that the state has concerning your case. Do you understand?
I do understand.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a 30-day reset for Mr. Casanova. And after you receive all the discovery, then the next setting is going to be a plea deadline date. The state will tender an offer to you at the next setting. And then I'll give you your plea deadline date, and you can accept the state's offer, come to an agreement or not. If you're unable to come to an agreement at that time, it'll be scheduled for jury trial.
Thank you, Ms. Boyd.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
I have no further questions.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson is going to give me a date, and then you'll sign it. Mr. Bonk will sign it to signify when you're to come back. All right.
I appreciate your time.
All right, you're welcome, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court. What date, Ms. Ferguson? All right, so we'll be back on July 29th. All right, once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused. Yes.
If something were to come up and I need to maybe reschedule that date, is that a possible thing to
You'll
come
need-
up ahead of time?
You'll need to speak to the court coordinator, and they will let you know. I will tell you the rescheduling of cases. Are you in the hospital? You're not in the hospital, you need to be here.
Okay,
You understand?
so pretty much no excuse, be here.
Yes. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I think that's our last case for the day. Is that correct?
All right. Yeah, that one was fun. I'm a fan of that sovereign citizen. I could have a beer with him and interview him. Usually when I think about interviewing sovereign citizens, it's like I just feel like it's going to be an argument, and I don't want that. And I also don't want to sound like I'm talking down to him, and I feel like the interview would turn that way. So it's but I feel like I could interview that. I could interview that man. All right, moving on to the next case. Before I do that, I received 2 PayPals last night after the stream ended. One person said, "Do not mention me online," so I'm not going to, but I will still say thank you to you online. Second one, Laurel, thank you so much. Both of the PayPals, really kind words. I appreciate it. Last night was very hard to do, but I need to do it. So thank you all for who watched it, who hung out, and yeah, it was a tough night, but it needed to happen. Okay, next case. Next case is I put this in here because, well, I want to see if you guys pick up on why I put this in here. But all right, let's go.
No, this is Michael Tanner. The arraignment matter is 4A0490746. One allegation of disorderly conduct that's charged under the Bothell Municipal Code. That's from an alleged incident date of yesterday, June 23rd. And it looks like he was scheduled to have court this afternoon via Zoom on the review/pretrial matters. That's 3A00819884, 3A0630.
Yeah, I'm not an attorney though, so I wouldn't be asking questions, and I wouldn't be saying you're wrong that much, because most of the time I just assume they're wrong. But and I can't cite the reasons why they're wrong. So I would just be kind of listening and asking questions. But if he says something that I absolutely know is wrong, then I'm gonna have to tell him, and I just feel like it could go poorly. Yeah, that's why I put this guy in here. When I first saw this, I'm like, if anyone's watching this, I'm gonna get a couple screenshots saying this guy looks like you. But yeah, that's why it's in here. But it actually, this guy actually ends up saying some stuff that's kind of funny towards the end. So it's not just a waste of space. Not only does he look like me, he's an idiot like me too. Okay, let's go.
0561 4A0186931 4A0245616 and 4A0414121. Obviously, since he's in custody, those were also added to the calendar today.
My link tree is in the description of the video, and yep, I knew one of my mods would see that. So the link tree is just a link, and it'll connect you to my my 3 pay apps. What is it? PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Thank you, Jedi, for posting that.
But I think we need to address the arraignment first. And I did go over the maximum penalty with him. He understands his rights at arraignment form. He's indicating no additional questions at this time. And so we are prepared to acknowledge receipt of the complaint, waive formal reading, and enter a plea of not guilty.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Tanner.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Did you have the opportunity to go over your rights at arraignment with counsel?
Oh, yes, I did, Your Honor.
And you signed it or authorized counsel to sign on your behalf?
I did, yes.
Okay. You stand accused of disorderly conduct. Carries a maximum penalty of up to 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how do you plead to that charge?
Not guilty.
Court will enter a plea of not guilty. I'll hear from the parties as to conditions.
Your Honor, the city is requesting bail in the amount of $3,000 on each case. Since sentencing on his review cases from March 22nd, 2024, Mr. Tanner has been charged with 6 new charges. The city is not confident that Mr. Tanner will abide by the no new law violation conditions of sentencing if he is released.
And Your Honor, he is asking the court to release him on his own recognizance. He indicates that he has connected with Consejo. He's been residing up north, that he has already attended a few of those sessions, that he did sign a release of information with the court. I did read Ms. Sprague's report. It doesn't look like that's made its way to the court, at least according to the report. But he does indicate he signed that release of information and that he does have upcoming appointments.
Yes.
He is asking the court to give him that opportunity so that he can provide that information and continue on with that counseling.
I can even provide it today too. We can bring in paperwork today. I have it with me. It's in lockup with me over there at Everett, where they put me in for jail.
Okay. They're printing me off a copy of the report right now. So let me ask, I just wanted to confirm, was the city's request 3,000 on each charge?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
3,000, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I've been handed, this is the supplemental violation report of Officer Sprague.
And my apologies for not getting to Sprague earlier, if that's what it took. I mean, it took me a while to get enrolled into treatment up north, but I am enrolled in it, and I have an upcoming appointment on the 8th. We're doing once a week, intensive outpatient, and I have all the mental health evaluations done, all the SUD evaluations done. I came into town because my daughter's birthday was on the 20th, so I got to visit my daughter, and it's like, okay, it's good to see you, sweetheart, and so, I mean, moving forward, it's a lot of work to try and, do everything on your own. So, I mean, I'm so appreciative of the treatment center that I'm at. But at the same time, it's like, I got to start maintaining a low profile. I can't even walk down the street, without something happening. So, but I have a place I'm staying at. I'm clean, I'm sober. I haven't been for many months. And, as far as getting that information to Officer Sprague, I mean, I can provide that today if I'm released. I have the information, I have the paperwork. It's just, I'm trying to pull myself out of this vicious cycle.
Mr. Tanner, I understand. Just give me a second, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so is the city hoping to move forward on the review matters today, or are we asking to set those over so those can be addressed or continue to track? What is the city's request?
The city is requesting to continue to track.
And that would be defense's request as well, Your Honor, especially since he does have documentation to provide.
Okay, so then really all we need to address today is just the conditions of release and setting a new court date and bail. So as to bail, I should also just point out, I did have the opportunity to review the officer's report before today's hearing. And I did find probable cause for the charge of disorderly conduct. Looking through that report, one of my concerns is, and this is also reflected by the number of new charges and criminal allegations, is that the least, I think in order to ensure, number one, to reduce the substantial danger both to the witness.
Yes. Today is my YouTube anniversary. 1 year ago today, I posted my first YouTube video. I went into a little bit of detail of how my channel started in the intro, and I'm not going to go through that again. Lolly, I think you've heard it before anyways, but yeah. June 28th of last year, first day I posted a court video.
This isn't the new case, and to ensure compliance with the court's pretrial conditions and appearance at future hearings. I believe that the least restrictive mechanism for doing that is I'm going to impose bail of $5,000 on each charge. Okay.
So what does that mean?
What it means is unless you can post bail of $30,000 or you can obtain a bond, you're going to remain in custody.
Is there a way to not do that so that I can go to my treatment up in Skagit County? I mean, like I said, I only came down to visit my daughter for her birthday, and I have the paperwork that shows that I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I mean, it's including these mental health evaluation is complete and the SUD.
Mr. Tanner, I'm not basing it on the paperwork that you want to provide to the court, okay? I'm basing it on what I believe is necessary to ensure your future attendance.
I mean, I always tell you, don't do anything stupid. If you do, I will cover your court case. And I'm no exception. I will cover my own as well. Yeah, this isn't me. Clearly, he doesn't have my name. And City of Bothell. Where's Bothell? Is Bothell Washington? Why do I feel like Bothel's in Washington? I don't know. I can't really see the flag back there, but it's not a Michigan flag. No, it's George Washington's face. So yeah, that has to be Washington. Okay, let's go. Okay, yeah, let's go.
And basically to ensure your compliance with the court's orders and the least restrictive mechanism of reducing what I believe is a substantial danger. Okay, so Madam Clerk, can I get a pretrial in custody calendar date?
We can set it for July 5th at 9:30.
So my next treatment appointment is July 8th. Does that mean I'm gonna be able to be released then so I can go to my next appointment with my counselor?
Well, you can address bail if you want, if there's been a change of circumstances at the next hearing. But your next pretrial is going to be on July 5th, okay?
So what's the potentiality then of like how long am I going to be in jail entirely? Because
All right, we need to add that to the list. Potentiality. That is my favorite new word. Potentiality. I don't care if it's a real word or not. I'm using it. I'm gonna find a way to say that. All right, this clip's almost over. I know I've got super chats to call out, and I've got some PayPals to call out too, but I'll do that in between clips.
like what's it going to take to resolve all these matters? Because I miss being at home with my wife and my kids.
Well, Mr. Tanner, these are questions that you need to present to your attorney.
They don't ever answer those questions, Your Honor. In an honest, all open, transparent way of explaining it to you, if you call the Kent office, they don't return a phone call back. No offense, Caitlin. Hey,
None taken. That's not, I talk to people every day, but
they have a heavy caseload. So when someone, moves forward with their own matter in their own case, and they're trying to get through these loops and do the things that are necessary, it really takes the person that's doing the work themselves. So they start to pull together a team of people that work with them, like I have with Consejo. They're good group of people.
Wow. You don't say. I know he said I was going to let this one play the rest out, but this is an amazing statement from a defendant. It takes the person to do the work. That's, this guy's a genius. Now I know why he looks like me. We're both equally genius. It takes the defendant to do the work. You have to do your own work. Yeah. Your attorney helps you with court. That's it.
Up there, but this is going to put me back starting at square one again. I'm not going to be able to get another appointment set up with them for many months like it's taken.
Are you able to put dates into the order?
Yes.
For some reason, when I pull up the calendar, nothing is showing up.
Yes,
I'll uncheck the boxes and close the order.
Okay.
I mean, this has been a lot of work on my end too. And it sometimes feels like I'm not getting any credit for the work that I'm doing. And I'm not asking for that. I'm just asking for the freedom and opportunity to go ahead and continue my own mental health. When I got arrested yesterday, I know they booked me in for disorderly conduct, but a couple people failed to realize and mention that I was hit in the face and head with a chair.
Mr. Tanner, I would encourage you to probably not make any statements about the underlying criminal allegations in this case, okay? What I would encourage you to do is the court has set bail. We're going to complete your arraignment and your conditions. If you have paperwork that you want to get to the court, you can get that paperwork to the court. And then those materials, whatever progress you've made and is documented, can be given to probation. And then those things can be addressed on July 5th. Okay?
Oh, I get them to them if they're locked up with me in jail. If they're at home with my wife and I've had them mailed there. How do I do that if I don't even have the money to do that? My wife is enrolled into school right now and she's graduating today as a phlebotomist. How do I?
Mr. Tanner, I'm not going to change my decision. I understand what you're asking, but you're not going to be released today. Okay?
Well, it's all about money, right? So, hey, I'm.
Karen, did you want to appoint the public defender?
That was exactly.
Awesome. Yeah. That's the concern.
Okay. So we're setting all these matters to July 5th. Is the city asking for a pretrial no contact order with the alleged victim in this case?
Your Honor, I believe, just give me 1 second. Your Honor, 1 second, let me just double check that. Your Honor, I believe we are requesting a no contact order.
The court doesn't have the authority to issue an actual order. It would just be a verbal condition of release, since it's just a standard disorderly conduct charge.
Okay. So I'm not issuing a long form no contact order, but Mr. Tanner, I am, as a condition, if you are released, you are not to have any contact with or go on the property of Miss Kimmy McLeod. If you are released, you are to appear timely to all future scheduled court hearings, no criminal law violations, update your address if it changes immediately with the court, the department licensing, and only use your true legal name and date of birth. Again, I have found probable cause for the charge of disorderly conduct. We've set all these matters over to July 5th, okay? Mr. Tanner, we are all done for today.
And Your Honor, I think he's confused because the court received the report from Mount Vernon in regards to Miss McLeod, but she was not an actual party to the Bothell case as far as conditions are concerned. So there is an active order that's been put in place up in Mount Vernon.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just.
Counsel, I appreciate you bringing that up. So, Ms. McLeod is not an interested party in this case. She is the interested party in the Skagit case.
Correct.
Correct. Okay. So I have stricken that condition from my order. That will be addressed by the Skagit County Court. Okay.
And I have a question about that. When I got court up there, how's that gonna work? Get transported or what?
Well, they'll be notified that it's not going to be a failure to appear, most likely, because they will know that you're in custody down here.
Well, I really hope it wouldn't be because I'm the kind of guy that shows up to court every time,
Well, then, Mr. Tanner, you should also know you have an active warrant for 10,000 out of King County District Court as well. That was issued.
Boom. I'm the kind of guy that shows up to court every time. Yeah, you got an active warrant for not showing up to court. Yeah, sometimes it's better just to not say anything.
On June 5th.
Oh, what does Judge Perkins say? Don't talk, you might just walk.
Well, they dropped that and Skagit County released me from the jail, so I don't know what system.
Okay. Mr. Tanner, we're
stating facts. Just stating facts, Your Honor.
I understand. We're all done for a day.
Sounds good. Thank you for your support.
Yeah. Thank you, Judge, for your support. Yeah, that was a really tough time I spent in jail. It was tough. I don't remember going to Washington, but stranger things happen, I guess. All right. Let's see. Let's nail out some of these super chats. I don't want to miss any. Dwight, Colin's twins bail fund. Yeah. He needs it. Thank you so much, Dwight, for the super chat. Crazy Cat, thank you for the 5 months. That's awesome. Thank you so much. 5 months. 5 months. Jelly Beans, thank you for the $2. Congrats, Colin. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I couldn't have done it without you guys. If you guys didn't show up, I wouldn't still be here. So you guys are awesome. You guys deserve things too. So Jelly Beans, thank you. Richard the Dick Harris, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. And the last one, happy anniversary. Thank you so much, Carla. Thank you so much. My internet says it just went down. Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me? I really hope you can. Okay, it's popping back up. Raven, today's my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. That's why. 1 year ago today, I posted my first YouTube video. So it's been 1 year. Okay, and yeah, my internet said that it dropped down to almost 0. So I'm just making sure. All right. PayPal's Dwayne. Thank you so much for PayPal. There's no message on it, but thank you so much, Dwayne. I appreciate that. Lolly coming in. Happy anniversary. A year already, and you have accomplished so much. Only success coming your way. Thank you so much, Lolly. I appreciate it. And Jedi. Freaking Jedi. Extremely generous Venmo. Thank you so much, Jedi. I appreciate it. You are awesome. Thank you so much for being a mod. You're here just about every night of the week, and that is awesome. And yeah, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you donating your time and the Venmo. That Venmo was extremely generous. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Next, now we're going to a bunch of hey, Florida sunshine over 3 months. Thank you so much, Florida. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're going to a bunch of short clips now. Now the rest of them are the, what I call rapid fire. There's about five. They're about 5-minute hearings. Some funny, some dumb, but yeah, always worth sharing. Okay, let's go.
All right, Attorney Worthington, you can go talk to APA.
Thanks,
Put y'all,
Judge.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Mr. Ziegler.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This you, Attorney Boffman? Robert Ziegler? Okay.
Ready.
Now calling the matter of the people versus Robert Ziegler. This is ticket SP 1269806. Count 1 failed to display. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
May it please the court, Harry Baughman on behalf of the defendant. Sir, state your name.
Robert Pryor Ziegler Jr.
Thank you. Judge, these matters are here for pretrial, and the defendant has presented to my attention what appears to be a valid and current driver's license. I want to congratulate him on that and ask the court to confirm, and if so, would respectfully stipulate to probable cause for a dismissal recommendation.
All right, this time we did verify his license is valid. So the court is going to grant that request. I'm going to dismiss this matter without prejudice.
Thank
Sir,
you.
did you pay all your tickets? Because you have 2 tickets in collections if you didn't pay them. It looks like you paid one of them, but you got to pay those other 2 too.
When I went down there, I would have paid everything, but I didn't know about the tickets and collection until my attorney just told me about them. Again, I went down there with the intent to pay. Again, I must state this. I did not get a notice. The first time I came to court, or I was aware, but it was rescheduled. After that, unfortunately, I had a stroke. I did not get a notice whatsoever to appear at my house. No letter came for the second court where my license was suspended and a warrant was issued for my arrest. I did not get a notification at all, or I would have been there. Nothing came to my house. Nothing came to my house.
Okay. I mean, it's lifted now. I was about to say it's not suspended anymore. It's all lifted, and this is back in 2021. Mr. Ziegler, it's 2024. I was about to say it's 3 years later. I understand nothing came to your house, but this is 3 years later. So at some point in time, you knew that you got the tickets, right? And although we didn't say anything, an inquisitive mind may have said to themselves, this is interesting. I never handled that matter because I went out on a medical issue, which we understand. I may need to check into that and figure out what's going on.
I called you guys 4 times.
Okay. Well, it's dismissed now. So you just got to take care of the other ones.
Tickets and collection. But
and I can't do anything. I just got a whole lecture and a bench.
Dear lady, God bless you. Thank you so much, Judge, for what you've done for me.
You got it. All right. Have a good day. Miss Deja Wilson.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am. How are you doing?
Good.
All right. Hopefully not like that, Miss Wilson. Like I did. You know, maybe act like I did it. I didn't write it down. Shoot. That's why I have to look back and see what date it is. I'm on like 2021.
Like 3 years later.
Thank you. I'm sorry. My bad. I ain't mean to do it. I know it was during the COVID, so I understand, but I don't know.
Right.
Okay, all right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Deja Wilson. This is ticket SP 1478840. Count 1, drive unregistered, untitled motor vehicle. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Morning, Your Honor. Harry Boffman on behalf of the defendant. Would you, ma'am, state your full name?
Deja Wilson.
Thank you, Judge. This is a pretrial. I'm happy to announce the defendant never does anything.
I disagree. I think it's actually kind of pleasant. She had a case for some reason in front of Judge Perkins, who doesn't he handles the beginning parts to the alphabet. And for those of you that don't know, Judge Perkins handles like A through whatever the middle letter of the alphabet is, and then Judge Taylor handles the second part of the alphabet. They both do traffic court. And she was in front of Judge Perkins, I don't know, a month or two ago, and she's always smiley and she's always just like nice and I don't know. But I kept her entire hearing in this. Her hearing is straightforward, but the interaction she had with Judge Taylor was hilarious. Hey, Dwayne, thank you so much for becoming a new member. I appreciate it. You're awesome, man. Thank you. You PayPal and a member. That's awesome. Thank you.
Wrong, and she absolutely has a valid and current insurance and registration. Her registration won't expire till May 22nd of 2025, and September 19th her insurance will expire. I stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. At this time, the court's going to grant that request. I'm going to dismiss this matter without prejudice. Ma'am, make sure you always keep everything valid, up to date, and in your vehicle at all times, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right, if there's nothing further, you're all set, okay?
Okay, have a good day.
You too, thank you.
All right. Before we go any further, MB, thank you so much for the PayPal. That was very generous of you. And you have been an OG fan. You've been here for as long as I can remember. As far as I know, you've been here since day one. So MB, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to call you a friend. That's a better way to put it. Okay, let's go.
All right, on the record in state of Michigan versus Jerry Jamar Gary, 2401-326-SM, 2401-394-SM, 2401-633-SM.
Pat Nagel for the people. Jacob Riley on behalf of Mr. Gary.
And you are Jerry Gary appearing on the video. Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Today's the date for second pretrial in these matters. Mr. Raleigh, you were able to speak to Mr. Gary. Have we decided what we're doing today?
Mr. Runner, at this time, I think our sort of goal is to work out, or at least try to work out a global resolution, including these files as well as Mr. Gary's felony file, which I believe is not currently set for another court date yet, because he missed his date last week.
Right, it's supposed to be set today, and when I looked a few moments ago, the clerks had not gotten to that file yet, so I don't think I have the date yet. Look one more time. Nope, doesn't look like they've gotten it set yet.
I guess our request is that these misdemeanor files be set for another court date sometime after whenever his exam on the felony case ends up being.
After
or at the same time, perhaps, would make sense.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Buchanan.
Yes.
I was just saying, like, I don't know.
All right. First off, Miss Buchanan, did you hear that response? Yes. She does not want to respond to him. Miss Buchanan. Judge, if you're still here, do you take it offensive if people call you Mr. Fleischer instead of Judge Fleischer when you're on the bench? I don't know if I would take it offensive. It's a little disrespectful. I don't know if I'd be offended by it, but every time someone does it, something clicks in my head like, no, don't do that.
You know too much about this county jail, but I have really low, like cases and stuff like that. And when I came back here, they put me in a pod with people with HIV in there. And they expected for me to stay in a pod with people with HIV. I'm just putting this on the record. Post 2E. And then because I didn't want to be in there, on top of that, I didn't get along with a person that I was fighting with. Last year when I did a whole year in the county jail, ma'am, and they asked me, what's the problem? Who are you getting into it with? For one, you got me in a pot full of people with HIV. Possibly I can contract that shit. And for two, I don't get along with just the other person that is on the same floor.
Yeah, it's okay, Mr.
I'm sorry for being upset, Mr. Buchanan, but on top of that, my level is so low. My respect for the officers is so good. They got me in a pot where they only get out 4 hours a day. From, I don't know what it is, but I said, when y'all get out 4 hours a day? So basically, they gave me a 5 or something like that. I don't know. Last time I left, I was in a cell where I was 6 hours a day, man. Only thing I'm just doing is putting that on the record for you. I didn't do nothing.
Okay.
I didn't do nothing.
Well, I don't get to tell the jail how to house inmates, but.
So y'all just put people, y'all house people together with people with HIV? Okay.
Well, yeah, there's no law that says you can't, so I don't know what, expect me to do about that, but, I'm gonna set these for pre-hearing on the same.
Thank you.
No, we're gonna set these for plea hearing on the same date as the, felony prelim when that date gets set, so I'm just gonna hold these files till later today when that date gets set, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, I had to mute you, Mr. Gary, because you were yelling over me, so we are done for now. I'll see you hopefully, probably thinking next week, but I don't know for sure at the moment.
Terry, I laugh every time I hear that saying because I never thought about it because I mean I don't know, I think I've heard that my entire life and I never really thought about it until I don't know, I was probably in my mid-20s when I actually like it makes sense. That actually makes sense. I understand that comment now. But yeah, it was just something I always heard and just always like, haha, I guess that's supposed to be funny. And then yeah. Jeremiah, thank you so much. Member for 1 month. That's awesome. That is awesome, Jeremiah. Friday Night Live. Yeah, Friday Night Live. Friday Night Live. Oh, speaking of which, tomorrow's Saturday. I should probably say no live tomorrow night. Probably should have said that. Yeah, Saturday nights are my nights to spend with Heather, so no live tomorrow night. Sometimes I go live mid-afternoon. Depends what kind of content I have, and yeah. So I might be live tomorrow afternoon. I don't know. Haven't decided yet, but I will put videos out. Okay. All right. Let's go. I think there's 1 or 2 left. All right. I'm gonna warn you right now. This case is boring. The case is boring. The only reason this case is in here because he had to have legally changed his name to what his name is. There is no way this can be his real name. If it is, man, but just you wait. Just you wait.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Carlos, everybody talks about.
One moment. And your full name is Carlos C. Everybody talks about, correct?
Correct.
And then date of birth, 11/26/1989.
Correct.
Then, are you still residing or getting mail at the East B Street address?
No, I have a different address.
Okay, so you're gonna work with your attorney to update your address with the court. It's so important that your address is up to date. Otherwise, you could miss mail from the court and get a warrant as a result, okay?
Yeah.
Counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. This comes on for an arraignment today, cause 24L1048. With respect to that arraignment, we would acknowledge receipt of the complaint, waive a formal reading, and ask the court to enter pleas of not guilty on his behalf. I'll stipulate to probable cause for today's purposes only. He is working, he indicates he makes about $2,400 a month, but he does have 6 children together with his wife, so I do think that he would qualify, would ask for appointment.
I will appoint Horwath Law without a promissory note, given the amount of dependents he has. I'll hear from the city.
Mr. Everybody Talks About has 35 cases.
I mean, come on. Every time that his name's said, I can't stop laughing. I mean, come on. Hey, I didn't see Abe jumped in. Good to see you, Abe. What was I gonna say? I actually looked this up. I wanted to see if there's, records of people with name changes, and the only thing I found was someone actually changed their name to literally anybody else. He did it during the last presidential election, and his goal was to get his name out there so people would write him in for the presidential election. Literally anybody else. That's the only story that came up. I couldn't find anything on Everybody Talks About. Couldn't find anything about that.
On his criminal history, warrant activity on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those cases. This is an assault in the 4th degree, domestic violence. I'm going to check our victim notes on that. I will hear from the defense, if I could, about contacts and appearance for court before making a bail recommendation.
Defense, please.
And speaking with Mr. Everybody Talks About, he does reside in the Lakewood area, works in the Lakewood area, would like to be able to keep his job. It looks like no FTAs. Let's see here on this case. We do have a good phone number to reach him, good contact information. Based on that, would ask the court to release.
Reviewing victim, sorry, Your Honor, reviewing the victim notes. We tried calling the alleged victim. It went to voicemail. Voicemail was full, so we emailed. We have not heard back.
All right, did you have any further?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was just turning to look at the criminal history. I don't see any recent domestic violence at this time. So the city is not opposed to a personal recognizance release given the lack of recent warrant history. I'm just quickly reviewing the police report to see if the victim indicated to the officers whether or not she wanted a no contact order. 1 second on that. Okay, when speaking to the victim, stated that he may, let's see, pictures of injuries. She had a slightly swollen lip, left ear, earring was missing, and ear was red. No firearms were used. There doesn't look to be a conversation in this report. They've known each other for 15 years, share 5 kids, been dating on and off for 8 years, separated for 5 years. There have been multiple prior and reported and unreported physical altercations. Victim believes that the defendant's drug addiction is currently at an all-time high. He is often using fentanyl. In this incident, defendant grew increasingly angry, grabbed victim, shook and squeezed her body, making it hard for her to breathe, balled his fist up and shook her again in an attempt not to leave injuries. Said something to the effect of he's not physically hitting her. The city's going to ask for a no contact order based on the police report, and I'll load one and defer to the court on that. I'm still fine with a PR release and a no contact order.
Okay, anything further?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
Okay, the court does find that a no contact order would be the least restrictive means in this case, and I will impose a no contact order. Given the mitigating information and indices of stability that the defense has given me, I will not impose bail in this matter under 3-2. So, sir, I'm going to release you, but there will be a no contact order. That new date for you to come back to court will be August 1st at 2 p.m. Between now and then, have no criminal law violations, update your address changes, and you have to do that very soon. Use only your true legal name and date of birth. I'm going to ask that you do not possess or own any firearms. And abide by the no contact order that I will be issuing today.
Okay.
Does he need a civil standby, Miss Hickok?
Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry for leaving in the dead time, guys. This was only a 5-minute clip. I didn't think it had a minute of dead time.
All right, I uploaded that order.
Yeah, this is a serious case. I shouldn't have said the case was boring. I don't like saying cases are boring. I should have said this is serious. It's not an entertaining case. I generally like putting things up that are
Okay, sir. This,
interesting and funny.
No contact order protects Tina Marie Salgado, date of birth 10/13/1988. Do not cause or attempt to threaten to cause bodily injury to, assault, sexually assault, harass, stalk, or keep under surveillance the protected person. Do not contact the protected person or above listed family and household member directly, indirectly, in person, or through others by phone, mail, or electronic means, except for mailing or service of process of court documents through a third party or contact by the defendant's lawyers. One moment. Do not knowingly enter, remain, or come within 1,000 feet of the protected person's residence, school, workplace, or the Lincoln Avenue address. Immediately vacate the residence share with the protected person. Do not own, possess, or control a firearm. Do not access, have in your custody or control, obtain, purchase, receive, attempt to purchase or receive or possess a firearm, other dangerous weapon, or concealed pistol license. This no contact order expires 5 years from today's date.
Yeah, have a good night, Dwayne. Glad you stopped by.
Within 1 week of your release, you may go to the Lincoln Avenue address with a police escort to get your personal items. Okay, is there anything else? Okay, I'm marking served on the.
Oh wow, I thought I had one more clip. That was it. I just looked at the timer. There's less than a minute left of this video. That includes the outro. All right, this was it. I swear I had another one in here. So I remember I didn't want to end it on this one, and all right. maybe I forgot to put it in. Anyways, that's all I got. That's all I got. But it's been about an hour and a half, so it's time. It's time. You guys are all awesome. Thank you all for being here. Tonight was great. Now, I will be doing some kind of, 1-year celebration when Heather's here next week. She wanted to be part of it, so we're going to be doing something. We haven't really decided what we're going to be doing yet, but she wanted to be part of it, and she can't when she has to work in the morning. So we'll be doing some kind of celebration next week when she's here. All right, now I'm just repeating myself. All right, everybody, thank you. All the gifted memberships, the new membership milestones, you guys are all awesome. The super chats, super stickers, PayPals were off the chart tonight. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for the generosity. Thank you for helping me grow my channel. It's awesome. I can't believe it's been a year. I can't believe I have 13,000 subscribers. Great. Oh, also Judge Fleischer, thank you for hanging out. And yeah, to Judge Fleischer and your staff, thank you for doing what you guys do. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Okay. I'm going to head to Discord. Talk for a little bit. So let's go hang out on Discord. All right. You know what it is. I'm going to let this video play out. There's seconds left of this clip. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Until next time. Bye.
Defendant, and to the prosecutor, is there any request of notification?
Nothing to my knowledge, Your Honor.
You have to sign that. Hey, is there anything else in this matter?
Nothing from defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, sir, your hearing is done.
Thank you.
Thank you.